Hello everyone, welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch, and I'm happy to have y'all back for another haul video. Today I just went to the used bookstore that I go to, and I usually get a lot of 99 cents books there and some great keys there for $1. So today I bought some 99 cent stuff. I bought a couple that were $3, and I bought two books that were $15 each. And I bought them because they definitely are worth $15 each, especially the condition they're in. So I didn't mind because I know what they go for in those high grades, especially graded. So let's get this started. And thank you everyone for going to my Amazon store and purchasing stuff off my store. I really appreciate it. And for all you new subscribers, just go down to the comment section and you'll see the two links for Canadian and American shoppers. So thank you once again, everyone. I've noticed the sales and I appreciate everyone. And thank you very much. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe in the future doing like every month, whoever buys something off of my Amazon store will automatically be entered into like a drawing of a book or something, like a key book or something. So thinking about doing that. So, but I'll let everybody know in the future the details of it all. So until just look out for the next video when I talk about it. But anyways, let's get this all started, you guys. So I got Old Man Hawkeye #2 for $1. Um, I got issue #1, and then after issue #1, I didn't get no more issues. Um, I basically decided I was just gonna wait to see if I could get them for $1 in the future, and I got them for $1. So instead of paying $3.99 for each issue, I got them for $1, and they're all in near mint condition, already bagged and board. So that's another thing I saved on bag and boards because they're already bag and board. So issue #3 for 99 cents, and then for 99 cents issue #4. So I haven't really had a chance to read any of them yet. I did read issue 1 when it first came out because I bought issue 1. But I did read the one where it shows I think it's issue #7, where it shows how the Avengers wind up dying, getting killed. So how Thor died. So I did read that. If I read that in the store, I just flipped through it real quick. I didn't read the whole thing. I just read the part where they was getting killed. But I'm definitely hoping to get that issue eventually in the dollar bin also. So can't wait to find that again. So had to pick those up right there for $1 each. And then picked up this Peter Parker, this Spectacular Spider-Man #1 for $1. I didn't pick this up when it first came out. I'm not really a big Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man fan. I'm more of an Amazing Spider-Man fan. I love the Amazing Spider-Man run, and I even like the Marvel 2 team up run. But when it came to the Spectacular Spider-Man run, I don't know. It seemed like it just wasn't. It's just not my thing. Same thing with the Web of Spider-Man. I didn't really enjoy Web of Spider-Man that much. There were key issues here and there, but Amazing Spider-Man has always been the run that I love. Whenever they make another issue, a run of some other issue besides Amazing Spider-Man, it just doesn't do it for me. And as you know, I'm Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite character, Tyree Galactus. But I don't know, it's just something about Web of Spider-Man and Spectacular Spider-Man. I always felt like I don't know, it just seemed like the stories were even the art was you know, they always put their best writers and artists to me, I feel, in Amazing Spider-Man. And then they put the other people on the other books. They just like, we'll just throw some people on there. And I always felt like it was just a money grab when it came to these other books. I always felt Amazing Spider-Man was the flagship, and that's the one that I want to read, and that's the one that basically everything goes through that. Everything important goes through Amazing Spider-Man run. I always felt the Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, and the Web of Spider-Man run was just not that important. you know, I don't know. It's just me personally. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Maybe y'all feel the same way I feel about that. To me, like I said, it's just a money grab. I don't see the point of them having all these different titles of Spider-Man. It just never made sense to me. I'm just like, if they want to make more money, just make more Amazing Spider. I mean, instead of making 3 titles of Spider-Man, just make Amazing Spider-Man come out 3 times a month. You know, if that's what they want to do, if it's all about money, just make more issues of Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, I just don't see the point of these other. But anyways, I don't know why I'm even ranting about that. Let me go on. I just had to let that be known because I and the reason why I got it is because it is 99 cents. It is a #1 issue. That's the only reason why I got it. But I mean, it's not something that I was like, oh, I gotta get Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man #1. I gotta get it. So it's just not that important to me. But for 99 cents, I'm gonna grab issue 1 at least. Now we have Web Warriors #1 for 99 cents. Another one. This is my second one I picked up in the past month. So I'm gonna just keep picking up Web Warriors #1 no matter what. I actually like this issue. I've read it. I actually like it. So I always enjoy when they're all together. Now I was surprised to see this over there for $1. Also was Wolverine Savage #1, and this J. Scott Campbell cover. And I've read this issue, and it's funny to see Wolverine in a kitchen cutting up food, and it's just funny. With his claws, he's cutting up. He's cutting stuff up with his claws, and it's just comical. Like once you see him make all the food, I'm just like, oh my god, it's just too funny seeing him. And then you know it's a pretty good story. I actually enjoyed reading this. I got a couple of chuckles out of this story. So actually, this is usually a $10 book because of J. Scott Campbell cover. But I really enjoyed that story. So I think this came out. It's a one shot. It came out 2009, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And then when I saw this, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna grab this. Guardians of the Galaxy #1 variant of this. Guardians of the Galaxy 100 and 100th anniversary variant edition #1. And this is what made me really want to get it is the cover. This is I forgot the guy's name, but it's a guy that I had shown a cover I think in my last haul, and he did the cover to one of those books, and I was just like, I had never heard of him, but the cover was just so awesome. And he did this also, and I also said I think he's an up and coming. He's gonna be someone that in the future, if he keep making covers like this, he's gonna definitely be that next big name to do covers. So, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta grab it for $1. So yeah. And then Captain Marvel #1 for $1. This is the second volume of it. It's not the first one. So I actually took the time to read this one too, and I actually enjoyed it. This is where she actually joins the Alpha Flight station in the sky, in orbit, and she takes the role of the captain of the whole, satellite thing, and she's in charge of, whenever threats come and to Earth to stop them before they even come. So out in outer space. So it was a really good story though, especially the conversation between her and Puck, and just Rocket Raccoon made a little slight cameo in it, and her and Rocket conversation, and it was really good also. Oh, and even Jim Rose, he was at the beginning of the book having a conversation with her, and their conversation was good too. So it was just a good issue overall. I really enjoyed the issue. I basically got it because of issue #1, and it's $1. So, and I never got it. So, and I really like the cover. So, now this book I was gonna get it when it first came out, just what, a couple of months ago, about 4 months ago maybe. It's probably been less than that, 3 months ago. But when I saw how much the price was, which is $5.99, I decided to leave it there, and I get it. So I left at the LCS. So it just so happens they had this at the used bookstore for 99 cents. So instead of paying $5.99, I paid $1. So it's Captain America number 700. It's just the regular cover. It's not none of the variants, but I couldn't leave it there. Issue 700. I just wanted it. I haven't had a chance to read it, but for $1, I'm definitely gonna pick it up every time. So glad to have that. I definitely had to pick up this Mark Spector Moon Knight issue 36, and this is with the Punisher. This is basically what is it, a 4-part story to with the Punisher and stuff, which is a really good story if you haven't had a chance to read the 4-part story. But right now, anything with Moon Knight, Punisher, hot. So I just was like, for 99 cents, I had to grab it. So I also had issue number 35 there. So 35 and 36. So very happy about that. Wish they would have had the other 2 issues, the other 2 parts, but they didn't have them. But I know eventually I'll get it. And this one right here, I didn't even know this came out. So when I saw it, I had to grab it. And everyone should already know. If you've been looking at my channel for a long time, you know why I grabbed this, right? So it's Marvel TV Galactus: The Real Story, and it was 99 cents also. So I had never seen this before, and Galactus is my man, so I had to pick it up, and I actually read it, and it is it's interesting. It's basically a news reporter, right, that works for this station that he has his own show, and he's basically saying that Galactus is a hoax and that it was made up by the Fantastic Four, and it was never been proven that he's real, and it's comical. It's like the investigation they did on it and the people that interview. They even interview Hawkeye, but he tries to be concealed. Like he's like, "You sure they're not gonna see you? You should not show my face, right?" And they was like, "Yeah," but it's Hawkeye because you see him in his outfit, so it's just funny. And Hawkeye's bragging about how the Avengers are just more popular and all that. So this is a very comical book. Also, it made me chuckle. Also, but it's just it gives you a different view of what the everyday average person would think about a being that eats planets. You know what I'm saying? So it was a very good story. I have to say I enjoyed it. And then also, by the way, it also after that story ends, then they actually have FF number, I think 50 or it's 51. I forgot which issue it is, but they actually reprint the story where Silver Surfer betrays Galactus, and Reed Richards gets the nullifier to ultimate nullifier to get Galactus to leave the Earth from not eating it from the first time when Galactus came to Earth. So it actually has the Jack Kirby story in there. So so definitely, if you get a chance, pick this up. It was great. And to have that backup story in there is also awesome. So if you're a Galactus fan, definitely get this book. It is funny. And then they had Totally Awesome Hulk #1 for $1. And this, the reason why I got this because it's a first appearance on it, and I never got this issue, and it's issue #1. Is the first appearance of Lady Hellbender. So I don't know who she is, but first appearance, so I'm gonna grab it every time for $1. Why not? So if you see issue 1, always grab it just for the first appearance of Lady Hellbender, and hopefully they do something with her. Just never know. So I'm a sucker for first appearances. And then I wound up getting this one for $3, and this is probably my 6th or 7th copy of this book. But I have to say, The reason why I was willing to pay $3 for it is because number one, I know how much it goes for in a 9.8 graded copy, but actually because this copy is actually looks amazing. Like I can actually say this might be the best copy I've ever picked up out of all my copies. So it looks great. It's the Marvel Team Up number 100, and it's the first appearance of Karma, and she's one of the first original members of the New Mutants. So she's definitely a person that I suggest you get her now. Whenever you see this issue, this issue, you can actually get this issue. Normally it goes between $10 to $25 depending on the condition. So if you should definitely get this book now. Now that Disney owns the X-Men film rights back, you best believe it's about to be on and popping pretty soon with all these X-Men characters, all these New Mutant characters. So you definitely need to get them now. Just trust me on this. In fact, I was gonna do a video about Avengers Annual number 10, the first appearance of Rogue, because for a long time that book stayed stagnant. Let me tell you, ever since the deal went through, that book has gone like it has doubled. 9.8s. I give you a prime example. The 9.8 CGC 9.8s for Avengers number 10, first appearance of Rogue, we're staying around the $180 to $200 range forever, like always. And then the 9.6s were staying like between 90 to 100. But now the 9.8s are selling for over 400 now. Over 400. Like in fact, the last one I saw sell was on Comic Link was 455, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and the 9.6s are now at 200. So they have doubled. So, and that's without them even coming out in a movie yet. It's just yeah, people are like, the news has made a difference, and you best believe Marvel is gonna do Rogue right. Marvel's gonna do every X-Men character right. I definitely believe in them, especially when it comes to the cinematic movies. I think they're gonna do every character justice as far as costumes, appearance, powers, everything. Like, so definitely anything that's X-Men related, first appearances, y'all need to get them right now, like while they're cheap, especially the cheap characters, like, you know, the ones that people don't really think too much about, and the first appearances aren't going for a lot. Those are the ones you should be gunning for, and stack up as many copies as you can, because it's coming. It's coming, you guys. It's gonna happen. Like, now there's definitely no way that these X-Men characters are not going to be in the MCU. So it's going to be awesome when they finally show up. So yeah, now's the time to get these books for cheap. So get them for cheap. All right, and then they had Spider-Man Deadpool number 8, and this one was $3. And I didn't mind paying $3 because actually the cover price of this book is $3.99. So I actually paid $1 less than cover price. So I didn't mind. Now, the reason why I got this is because this is the cameo appearance of Itsy Bitsy. And then they had issue number 9 for $3 also, $1 less than cover price. And this is the first full appearance of Itsy Bitsy. But she's a very interesting character. I have to say, I remember I've been trying to get this book for a while now. Every time I went to a LCS and I found this book, it will always have major spine damage. I'm just like, ugh. So I kept missing out. But these two right here, no problem. So they look 9.8 candidates. So I'm happy to finally get this first appearance, cameo and first appearance. So if you get a chance, try to look out for this book and get this book. I really feel they're going to do something with her in the future, like really do something with her. Now, last but not least, we got the two $15 books. Now, as you can see, $15. Now I had to get. Now I will say this: if you saw my greatest haul video, the greatest haul of my life videos, the 5 videos I made of that haul, I actually already have this book in that haul, but um, the copy that I have out of that haul is not. It's almost as good as this copy, but this copy is better. So when I saw this copy and I like really examined it, I was like, oh yeah, this is going home with me. $15 is a steal. So it's Amazing Adventures #5 within Humans and Black Widow, and I have to say this definitely. I really want y'all to see this how it looks like. It looks so good. If y'all can see how it doesn't have nothing. It's like it looks great. But anyways, this is definitely a near mint copy. It looked like a 9.6 to me. Definitely ain't gonna say it's a 9.8, but it definitely looks like a 9.6. But then again, it could be a 9.8 because it doesn't really have no issue at all. Like, but you know, I always try to, when it comes to to Silver Age and Bronze Age books, I try to be more conservative with the grading because CGC and them, they just sometimes they be surprising me with the grading when it comes to Silver Age and Bronze Age books. When it comes to modern age books, it's so easy to grade those. Like, it's definitely easy to grade them if they're 9.8s or 9.6s. But when it comes to silver and bronze, I tend to be a little bit more conservative with the grading because it's just so, I don't know. It's crazy because I actually I give you a prime example. I was at one of the LCSs and they had, what book was it? It was a Bronze Age book. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was the Death of Gwen Stacy issue of Amazing Spider-Man, and it actually right here it had it was bent right here, and it had the color breaks. It was a fold. It was 2 of them. It was 2 folds right there with color breaks. And they still gave it an 8.5. And I was like, that right there, it didn't sit right with me. I was just like, 8.5? I said, I was like, there's no way that with 2 color breaks, folds, like going all the way across like that, like 2 of them. I was just like, I don't know. But the rest of the book did look great. But I'm just like, I don't know. It just seemed like that would just knock it down a little bit low. To me, I don't know, that grade didn't sit right with me. But and then I've seen other books where it looks so immaculate, but yet it get like a 9.0 grade, and I'm like, what the hell? That definitely should be a 9.6 at least, and it'd be like a 9.0, and I'm just like, what the hell? So, like I said, sometimes they just baffle me. So that's why, like I said, I'll give it a 9.6. But definitely it looks great. It looks great. So, and then my other $15 book is this one right here. And I had to get this because it's the first appearance. I already had this book. I already got this book. In fact, I got 2 other copies of this book. But I can actually tell you that my other 2 books don't look as good as this one. But I did get the other two copies for a whole lot cheaper. In fact, how much did I think I got one for like $3. Then the other one came in that big collection. So so basically like 45 cents basically when you break it all down from that collection. But I had to get it for $15 because this looks great, and I know how hard it is to find this book in a high grade. So it's Giant Size Fantastic Four #4, the first appearance of Madrox. So the Multiple Man. So had to get it. I just want to show y'all how great this book looks like. It looks pretty good. Now I say this is about the only part that right there. You see how it's like a little but it's not even really. I can't even say it. It's just the way it's. There's such a thick book that, and it's a square bound, so it's just the way it's done right there. I don't know, but it looks good. I would say this. This is about the only other thing that's wrong with the book is that right there. Right there, you see it? But other than that, and oh yeah, and that right there, I forgot about that. Right there, it's just faded right there. But other than that, the book looks immaculate. See how bright it is? It looks great. Looks good. So I'm very happy with the book. For 15 bucks, I had to get it. I know how much this book. In fact, I just saw recently a 8.5 graded copy went for like 190 bucks. So yeah. So yeah, and I've seen like 6.5s go for like 100. So yeah, even low grade, because it's really hard to find this book in a high grade. I'm telling you, I've looked. Every time I run into this book, it's low grade every time. I'm just like, man. The same thing with the first appearance of Franklin Richards and first appearance of Nihilus of that Fantastic Four annual. Every time I run into that issue, it's always beat up. I'm like, oh, why can't I get a high grade copy of it? Because I have a copy of it, but it's not a high grade. And I really want that in a high grade. But just happy to get that. And that's my haul, you guys. Didn't make it too long, 26 minutes. But I want to thank everyone for joining me for another haul video. Hopefully you got some knowledge or information out of it and you enjoyed my video. And I will be back with another haul. Now I was gonna go pick up them 2 big stacks of dollar stuff that I had the other LCS hold for me, but I haven't been up there to go get it. But I'm definitely going up there to go get it. So that'll probably be my next haul video, or it might be my market watch video, because I did Comic Link has basically ended. I think tonight was tomorrow's the last night of the auction for this month. So I've already started writing down and pulling out some of the books that I want to show for the what's going on with the market and what the books sold for and for what grade, So it'll be another market watch video coming out soon. So either that haul video is gonna come out for the market watch, depending on which one I get done first. I don't know, but hopefully it's one of those soon. But until then, everyone, thank you for subscribing. Like, share this video with one of your friends, and hit the Galactus head right here to subscribe to my channel. And then this video right here should be my last haul video, and this video right here should be my greatest haul ever video. Check that one out. It's amazing. But anyways, thank you everyone. Until next time, peace.